Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a brand new reaction series. Today I'm going to be starting to react to season 1 of The Witcher. So this one's been a long time coming for me. I know for those of you that have been with my channel for a while, this was a series that I talked about reacting to even before it came out. But it just never ended up being an appropriate time for me to get started between the variety of other shows that I was watching taking up so much time and then me getting sick. It just kept getting pushed back further and further. But finally, here we are. We have an opportunity. And luckily, I'll be able to actually watch it before we get to a second season. So I'm excited to watch this. I have a lot of friends who are really into this series. So yeah, I'm enthusiastic to get going here. This is Merlin. Those of you that don't know, this is Merlin over here, little kitten, and I'm hoping he's not gonna cause too much trouble. But he may jump up and hang out with us at some point. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But all right, so I'm not gonna waste any more time. I'm just ready to get into this, get going. So let's start it up. Episode 1 of The Witcher. Here we go.
Leave it alone for a moment.
Witches can't be trusted.
I'm not speaking to you. I apologize for my man's interference in your day. Hopefully he can improve his behavior by tomorrow's market.
Sorry, Renfri. Come on, lads.
Beer for my friend here and one for me.
Where have I seen her before?
I am speaking to you now, good sir.
She looks very familiar to me, that actress.
Now and then. On matters of great import.
A reclusive sorcerer who uses an alias and hires a young girl to procure him a witcher. You don't want my monster. You want me to kill yours.
Very clever. Indeed.
What kind?
The worst kind. The humankind. Its name is Renfri.
I did steal the bread. Corin did. Hey, shut up, you twat!
Jeez.
You need to come with us.
As your queen, I grant you this commendation, which will symbolize your
She's
duty
got a Jasmine
and
thing
bond as
going on,
liegeman
huh?
and fealty to the crown of Sintra.
Royalty slipping out among the common people.
Could use with a bit of fealty myself right now.
Valleys with blood.
Doesn't rhyme. All good predictions rhyme.
I studied the girls born around the Black Sun, and I found horrendous internal mutations among them. I tried to cure them, locked them in towers for safekeeping, but the girls always died.
Internal mutations.
They were autopsied, of course, to confirm my suspicions. But eliminating these women was the lesser evil.
I'm
They
sure
could have drowned
agree.
entire kingdoms in blood. If you've been alive during Fergus' rebellion, seen what I saw,
Innocent women are dead. But not Renfri, the beautiful one. She's after you.
daughter of King Fredifar of Creighton. I delivered the princess myself in the middle of the afternoon, in pitch black.
Under the black sun, so she's cursed.
Do you consider me a fool, Witcher? Do you think I did not conduct research? Renfri was acutely affected. Her stepmother, Eridea, told me she tortured a canary, strangled two puppies, even gouged out her maid's eye with a comb. I admit what happened next was not ideal, but with the fate of the continent's at stake, is that a charge you're willing to take? There's your rhyme. Killing Renfri is the lesser evil.
Evil is evil, Stregobor. Lesser, greater, middling. It's all the same. I'm not judging you. I haven't only done good in my life either. But now, if I have to choose between one evil and another, then I prefer not to choose at all.
You know what they say? Choosing not to make a choice is ultimately making a choice.
Stregobor asked you to kill me too.
Yeah.
Because I was a girl, born during an eclipse.
And now he's gonna say, I choose
I could
neither.
have become so many things. Queen Calanthe of Sintra. She just won her first battle at Hoshbaz. But here I am trying to convince you I'm
A
not.
monster. Are you?
How am I to know? When I cut my finger, I bleed. That's human, right? When I overeat, my stomach aches. When I'm happy, I laugh. When I'm upset, I swear. And when I hate someone for stealing my whole life from me, I kill him. People call
Seems
you a monster
reasonable.
too.
A mutant.
What if they come after you? Attack you?
They have.
Why not kill them?
Because then... I am what they say I am.
If I tell you, Witcher, that I can neither forgive Stregobor nor renounce my revenge, is that it? I admit I'm a monster.
Yes.
Harsh.
Or you can leave Blaviken and finally live.
Laszlo? Bring her cloak. Continue to be brave. Promise me. You are the Lion Cub of Sintra. You are destined for
I can't
great
do this without
things.
you.
We must go, Your Highness.
Interesting development.
The world depends on it.
I love you.
Find Geralt of Rivia. He is your destiny.
If we cross swords,
I won't be able to stop. They created me just as they created you. We're not so different. The girl in the woods will be with you always.
didn't she? Do not touch her.
Witcher. You butchered bodies in the streets of Blaviken.
You're a beast!
You endanger the girl.
You took the law into your own hands.
Maybe you chose the wrong lesser of two evils here, Geralt.
You made a choice,
Yeah, he made a choice.
and you'll never know if it was the right one.
The girl in the woods will be with you always. She's your destiny.
All right, that was episode 1 of The Witcher. So, so far it's interesting. I'll say, I thought they did a good job with the sword fights. So, particularly the one at the end with Geralt versus all of the minions of Renfri and then versus Renfri. I thought that was very well done. They had some pretty intense action sequences, again, for a TV show. I know that there was a lot of talk when this was being filmed about the extensive amount of money that they were going to be putting into things like the battles and special effects and all of that. So, we definitely saw some of that in the various battle sequences and destruction of the town, or I should say city, that was being taken. So I'm interested to see how things are going to develop, because I feel like this first episode was very much, you know, foundation laying, despite the fact that there was a lot of action in it. It's still just kind of laying the groundwork of what the main story is going to be, which seems to be very much focused on Geralt and the princess coming together, most likely, since both the queen, I guess the princess's grandmother, and Renfri say to each of them at different points that they are each other's destiny. So destiny, they're supposed to be meeting up and doing something at some point. So it seems like this is more just kind of laying the groundwork for how those things are put in motion, how their meeting is put in motion, and whatever that's going to turn out to be. And I'm curious about the princess herself. You know, what exactly is she? She obviously has some sort of power within her. Is she some sort of mutated human, like they've described Geralt and Renfri as? Is she some sort of, like, magical entity like we've seen sorcerers or wizards so far already throughout the first episode? She doesn't seem to know that she has these abilities, but I'm assuming that her grandmother did, because there was so much emphasis on protecting her, and this force that has come to attack them, killing basically everybody in their kingdom, wasn't killing her. They were trying to take her. That guy was trying to take her, despite the fact that the queen had said that they don't take hostages. So their purpose there was specifically, it seems, to get her for whatever reason they were trying to do so. And I'm sure that must have something to do with her abilities, the powers that she seems to have. At least that would be my guess. So I'm guessing we'll find out more information about that in the future, about what her powers are, what exactly she is, what her purpose is, and she'll be learning that along the way too, because it seems she really wasn't told much of anything growing up, because she doesn't have any insight into what is going on or why she's so important. We also don't know exactly where her parents are, since she was being raised by her, although fairly young-looking, grandparents. And then, for some reason, she's meant to meet up with Geralt. Geralt seems like an interesting character so far. Very kind of rigid in his ideas concerning morality, in the sense that, like, it was very much emphasized that he didn't believe in the idea of lesser evils. There was just evil, and regardless of degree, it was still evil, and that was something that he was, I guess, supposed to deal with in some form. But at the same time, you know, he does have to acknowledge that he himself has done evil things, non-good things in the past, and clearly he was very conflicted as to what to do about this Renfri situation. When you have two individuals who are both telling you that siding with them and killing someone else is the lesser of two evils, you know, what do you choose? And I don't know, I think it's very interesting that he chose to kill her, ultimately, despite the fact that, I mean, obviously he really liked her quite a bit, but also, I mean, not just in the sense that obviously he had sex with her and felt a connection to her, but she raised some solid points. She was like, you know, we are both mutated beings, we're both created by humans or whatever, or magicians, I'm not sure who, but we are both created to be this way. We're both hated for the fact that we are this way. So, you know, I don't know. I just find it kind of interesting that that is the direction he went in, and I'm not sure if it's just because, like, he woke up and she was gone and he felt like, all right, I've got to go do this. If it was just because of the little girl, like, if she had released the little girl and said, all right, I'm just going to go kill that sorcerer, would he have stepped in between still? I don't know. I don't know, because he clearly seemed like he did not want to kill her. But maybe he would have felt like he had no choice because he had said earlier to her that, you know, if she didn't renounce her quest for vengeance or her desire to kill those who wanted to kill her, that made her evil, and so then she had to be dealt with. But then wouldn't that same logic apply to the sorcerer? I don't know. And of course, we don't know for certain if that sorcerer guy was actually telling the truth, and if she would have brought about, say, humanity's destruction or whatever. We don't know. We don't know. And I guess that's part of what they were saying, is that he will never know if he made the right choice. To me, it seems like him being taunted like that at the end, and then, you know, everything she prophesied coming true of him being stoned and reviled and basically kicked out of there immediately after doing exactly what they wanted, is an indication that maybe he didn't make the right choice, but who knows? I guess we'll have to see going forward. Yeah, so then the other thing I'll just briefly comment on is, so clearly the princess and Geralt, they're two different storylines, but that I imagine will be coming together. The princess's storyline was extremely dramatic in terms of her land being completely conquered, taken over, everyone she knew or cared about slaughtered, some in front of her. But the thing for me is that, I don't know, it was like the effects were very impressive and it seemed like very well done. But the scenes, they were clearly designed to, like, pull at your heartstrings, to be very intense and emotional, and they certainly were intense. But kind of what I was commenting on a bit before, like, you don't really know those characters at all yet, so it's kind of hard to feel a depth, the depth of sorrow that it seemed like, based on the music and the setting and the acting, the portrayals, it seemed like the depth of pain you're expected to feel in those moments was not something that you really could naturally feel for characters that you'd known for, like, what, 40 minutes at most. I mean, I don't know. So that was one thing that it kind of felt a little off to me in that, but I don't know, it might, maybe something that, you know, going forward you might reflect back on in a different way depending on what happens. But so we'll just have to see, right? And I liked that he talked to his horse. I liked that. That was fun. That was nice. So yeah, so far I'm definitely interested. I'm curious to see what's gonna come next, and how they come together and what the purpose is. Like I said, this was a lot of just kind of foundational background stuff, which is interesting for such an action-packed episode, but it really was. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. All right, so I think I'm gonna wrap this up here. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please do feel free to leave them down below. Otherwise, I'll just say thank you very much for joining me, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye.